welcome to this deep dive. Today we're cracking open a really practical source.
Oh, yeah. What have we got?
It's a transcript from a podcast, actually.
Yeah.
One designed specifically to get beginner English learners, speaking right away.
Ah, okay. Interesting source. So the title.
It's called Everyday English Made Easy, Episode 1, Daily Conversations for Beginners.
Right. Descriptive. And its original goal was pretty focused then.
Extremely focused.
Yeah.
Basically to walk absolute newcomers through the bedrock of daily English interactions.
Using simple, actionable phrases, I imagine.
Exactly. And our mission here in this deep dive is to take that source material and really, unpack it.
Right.
We're going to pull out the core structure, the key conversational building blocks it presents.
Uh-huh.
And maybe more importantly, look at why the source chose these specific elements.
Right. What that tells us about tackling a new language right from the start.
Think of this as getting the essential blueprint of how this one resource approaches foundational English conversation.
And understanding the method behind the simplicity makes sense.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
So the source material was structured really logically, almost like a step-by-step guide through typical daily interactions.
Yeah, that sounds practical. It didn't just list words, did it? It put them into context.
Exactly. Mini conversations.
Smart. And it wisely started, I assume, with the absolute basics.
Yep. Greetings and small talk.
Yeah.
The absolute entry point for any interaction.
Makes sense. So things like...
Like the classic hello or maybe hi, and then immediately moving into how are you?
Okay.
And the source provided those essential replies. I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Or I'm fine, thanks. The standards.
Exactly. What's smart about the source's approach here is it immediately highlights the nuance.
How so?
It explains hello and hi as greetings, but notes hi is, more casual.
Ah, okay. A bit of register awareness right away.
And it tackles that common beginner pitfall with, how are you?
The source points out it's polite.
With those standard, I'm good, fine, doing well answer.
Yeah. Right, but crucially, did it mention asking back?
It did. Stress the politeness factor, the importance of asking back with, how about you? Or, and you.
Good. Because that's not just grammar, it's social scripting, really.
Yeah, and here's where the source offers a great aha moment for a beginner.
Oh.
He explicitly states that how are you isn't always a deep, genuine question about your well-being.
Right. It's often just part of the greeting ritual.
Exactly. Sometimes a simple I'm good, thanks, with a smile, is the entire expected response.
That's a fascinating instruction in the source. It immediately dives into the pragmatic function of language.
Yeah, it shows beginners that communication isn't just literal meaning.
But also social convention. That's actually a really powerful first lesson.
So from just saying hello, the source naturally progresses. The next logical step is...
Introducing yourself, I'd guess.
Spot on, introducing yourself.
And how did the source handle that? Sample dialogue.
Yep, very clear, simple one. Person A. Hi, I'm Alex. What's your name? Person B. I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. And then, crucially...
Nice to meet you, too. Gotta have the reply.
Exactly. The transcript also helpfully breaks down that I'm name is short for I am name.
A basic, but yeah, vital grammar point for learners.
And again, it emphasizes the social side. Saying, nice to meet you too back isn't optional, is it?
Not really, no. It's the polite and friendly response. It kind of completes that interaction loop.
The source also wisely included slightly more formal variations someone might hear, like, pleased to meet you, or it's a pleasure to meet you.
Acknowledging that not all situations are super casual. Good point.
If we look at the source's logic here, mastering these simple intro phrases is just fundamental.
Absolutely. It immediately enables personal connection, which is, well, the basis of conversation.
Okay, so after introductions, the source moves into...
Talking about yourself, expanding a bit.
You got it. Talking about yourself.
Yeah.
Talking about yourself, expanding the conversation beyond just names.
Yes. Focusing on those basic identity points, I imagine. Like origin, current residence.
Precisely. Examples from the transcript included, I'm from Canada, and I'm from India.
Okay.
Contracting with, I live in Toronto, and I live in New Delhi.
So it makes that distinction clear from for origin, live in for current city.
Yep, spelled it out simply. High-frequency stuff.
And did it cover work or study, too?
It did. Gave examples like, I work as a teacher, or I'm a student. Also, I work in a bank, or maybe I study English. I'm learning English.
Notice how the source keeps the structure very consistent there. Lots of I am or I work live. Simple patterns.
Very patterned. Then a really practical section the source included was asking for directions.
Oh, yeah, definitely needed. Anyone navigating a new place needs this.
It started by highlighting that crucial opening phrase.
Excuse me?
Exactly.
Huh?
Excuse me, to get attention politely. Essential social lubricant, as you said.
Yeah, and paired with.
Can you help me? Another incredibly useful phrase.
So the source provided a kind of sample flow for this.
It did. Excuse me, can you help me? Leading to, sure, what do you need?
Okay, standard response.
Then the specific request, like, where is the nearest bus stop?
And a simple answer like,
It's over there, next to the grocery store. Very clear.
and the closing.
Standard polite closing. Thank you, and you're welcome. Covers the whole interaction.
Did the transcript list other useful direction questions?
Yes, things like, how do I get to, and is it far from here?
With examples.
Yeah, like, how do I get to the train station, or is the
Yeah.
mall far from here?
Okay, so what this section in the source demonstrates is that sort of layering.
Layering, how do you mean?
Well, starting with the polite attention getter, right? Then stating the need for help.
I see.
Then asking the specific question and finishing with the appropriate thank you and response.
It's like a mini transactional script.
Exactly. Very structured.
Okay, next up. The source tackled another common necessary scenario, shopping and buying things.
Right. Another functional task. How did it approach that?
It set up a standard interaction. Shopkeeper starts, can I help you? Customer states their purpose. Yes, I'm looking for a t-shirt.
Makes sense. Did it include key questions the beginner customer might hear?
Good point. Yes, it did. Like, what size are you? And the universal, how much is it?
Essential questions. And phrases for the customer.
Yep. Things like, I'm looking for. Explaining try this one means, try on the item.
Practical.
Asking about variations like, do you have this in blue? And the very modern, can I pay by card?
Very necessary these days. And the price.
The source kept it simple. It's $20.
And for deciding to buy.
The direct phrase, I'll take it, was given. Nice and clear.
This section really shows the source focusing on that functional language needed to complete a specific task.
Yeah, finding something, asking the price, making the purchase. Very goal-oriented for a beginner.
Definitely. What else?
Ordering food, another vital topic covered in the source material.
Ah, yes. Restaurants. Always a hurdle. How did it structure that?
It followed a typical flow. Waiter asks, can I take your order?
Standard opening.
Customer response, yes, I'll have the chicken sandwich, please.
Okay, using I'll have.
Right. The source explains that I'll have is very common and polite for ordering.
Along with I'd like, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And mentioned I'd like. Oh, pointing out it's short for I would like.
Good to give options. What about drinks?
Covered that too. These change anything to drink, just water, thank you.
And did it explain just water?
It did. The source clarifies that just water means only water, no other beverage.
That kind of specific cultural or linguistic note is really helpful for a beginner, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, of course, how to wrap up the meal and pay.
The bill.
Can I have the bill, please? Or the U.S. alternative, check, please.
Right. So the source covers the beginning, middle, well, implicitly eating, and end of the dining experience.
Yeah, providing essential phrases for each stage. It's really about navigating the entire interaction smoothly.
Makes sense. Practical steps.
Then the source pivoted slightly to a really common small talk topic.
Let me guess. The weather.
Bingo. Talking about the weather.
Ugh, the classic. It's brilliant because weather is so neutral, right? An easy topic to initiate conversation.
Totally. The sample dialogue went something like, it's so hot today.
Followed by agreement. I know, it's 35 degrees or something.
Exactly. Leading into a simple preference question like, do you like summer?
And a simple answer. Not really. I prefer winter. Easy back and forth.
And the source highlights that simple, do you like structure as being really versatile.
Yeah, you can use that to ask about preferences in loads of contexts, not just weather.
And it provides that core vocabulary, too.
Like sunny, cloudy, cold.
Rainy, windy, yep.
Yeah.
All the basics. And it shows them in simple sentences like, it's raining or it's cold today.
And the general question, what's the weather like? Linking vocabulary directly to usage, very effective.
Next, talking about daily routines was another section.
Okay, why that specifically?
It was framed as a way to practice a key grammar point, kind of implicitly.
Which grammar point?
The simple present tense.
Ah, okay. Makes sense for routines. How did the sample conversation go?
It illustrated it perfectly. What time do you wake up? I wake up at 7 a.m. and you?
Simple question, simple answer, ask back. Nice pattern.
Then I wake up at 6:30, expanding a bit. Do you eat breakfast? Yes, I usually eat eggs and toast.
Okay, using adverbs like usually.
Followed by me too. Then I go to work at 9.
And the source explicitly points out the verbs being used.
Yes, it highlights I wake up, I eat, I go, showing the simple present in action.
That's smart. It shows the beginner how a grammatical structure is used in a very personal, relatable context.
Makes the grammar immediately useful, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Beautifully connects a common topic directly to the fundamental grammar needed.
Okay, nearly there. Talking about hobbies and free time was presented next.
Another great way to find common ground and, well, practice more descriptive language.
Exactly. The sample dialogue shows how it unfolds. What do you do in your free time?
Leading to?
I like reading and watching movies. A simple statement of preference.
Which naturally prompts a follow-up like, oh, nice, what kind of movies do you like?
Right. And then a more specific answer. I love comedies. They make me laugh.
So the source pulls out those key phrases like, I like and I love.
Yep. Providing simple structures to express preferences. Easy patterns.
And gave other examples too, I bet.
It did. I like playing guitar. I enjoy cooking. I'm interested in painting.
Again, simple patterns the beginner can adapt easily. This section really empowers the learner to talk about themselves beyond just, origin and work.
Yeah. Adds a bit more personality. Finally, the source looped back to an absolutely essential skill.
Building on an earlier point. Maybe asking for help.
You nailed it. Asking for help. Politely. Specifically when you don't understand something.
Okay, so revisiting, excuse me, and can you help me then?
Exactly. Reinforcing their importance first.
And then applying it to comprehension problems.
Right. It provides that specific scenario every single language learner faces. Not understanding a word.
How did the dialogue go?
Excuse me, can you help me? Sure. What do you need? I don't understand this word.
Okay, direct statement of the problem.
Followed by the help. No problem. It means to continue. And the polite closing again. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
That's great. But what about general confusion, not just one word?
The source covered that too. Offer general phrases for comprehension trouble.
Like?
Could you please repeat that?
Sorry,
I didn't catch that. And the very useful, can you speak slowly, please?
Those are lifelines for a beginner. Absolute lifelines.
What's insightful about the source, including these, is that it just acknowledges the reality of being a beginner.
Totally. You will need help and clarification.
And here's exactly how to ask for it politely without feeling, stupid.
Exactly. It normalizes the struggle and provides tools to overcome it directly. Really empowering.
So, before wrapping up its own content, the source material provided 5 concrete, actionable tips for practice.
Moving from the what to say to the how to learn, practical advice is vital.
Totally. The first tip was simple but effective. Practice speaking out loud every day.
Even if it's just to yourself.
Yep, even alone. Just getting the mouth moving.
Okay, tip 1. What's tip 2?
Tip number 2, encouraged mirror practice, speaking to your own reflection.
To build confidence and maybe watch pronunciation?
Probably both, yeah. Tip number 3 suggested active listening.
So tuning into simple English podcasts? Like
Yeah.
the source itself, maybe?
Maybe. Or YouTube videos, and, importantly, using subtitles as a support.
Good practical advice. Tip 4.
Advocated for finding speaking partners. Actually using the language with someone else.
Whether a language partner or maybe an online tutor.
Exactly. Getting that real interaction.
And the 5th and final tip from the source.
Was perhaps the most important mindset shift. Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Oh, that's huge.
Framing it as a natural and necessary part of the learning journey, not as failure.
That's crucial. Fear of mistakes holds so many learners back.
So we've really taken a deep dive into that beginner English learning podcast transcript.
Yeah, not just reporting what it said, but looking at the structure, the choices, the intentionality behind the elements it presented.
From those first greetings and introductions,
Uh-huh.
through navigating practical tasks, like shopping and ordering food,
Right, the functional stuff.
to handling misunderstandings and talking about yourself, the source material systematically lays out a very practical path.
Yeah, using foundational phrases designed for immediate use. That seems key.
And it backs that up with those concrete, almost psychological tips focused on actually doing the speaking practice needed.
What's truly fascinating here, looking at this source, is how it distills the vastness of language into these core, repeatable social scripts.
Yeah.
It really underscores that fluency isn't just knowing tons of vocabulary and complex grammar rules, right?
Seems not, at least initially.
It's maybe more about mastering these fundamental interaction patterns, the ones that build confidence and enable connection, sort of piece by piece.
That definitely seems to be the source's philosophy.
Mm.
Which brings us to a final thought, maybe. This raises an important question for you listening to consider, based on how this source approaches it. How much of communication, really, in any language, relies less on deep, complex knowledge and more on just confidently executing a relatively small set of high-frequency, context-specific phrases?
That's a really interesting question to chew on. How much mileage can you get from mastering the basics really, really well?